Are you going to help with the first couple of rounds then? Is it just me and Jackie?
Oh, football's on a 7:45.
Well, you can help till 7:45. That'd be nice.
Right, I'm going to hand it over to Ian now, so I'm going to mute and I'll talk through his computer now and listen through mine, not through mine. There we go.
Great. Good evening, everyone.
Hang on a minute.
You haven't muted.
Hang on a minute. Now I have.
Okay. Great to see so many well-known faces, and also every bit as good to welcome some new people that we haven't had with us before. Hope you all enjoy the quiz that I've managed to create for you tonight. The pattern will be very similar to normal in that there will be 6 rounds of various types. And as normally, I will share my screen so that you don't only hear the questions, you can see them as well. I'll read each question twice. Try to give you long enough for consultations between questions, but if I go too quickly, let me know and I'll slow down. At the end of each round, when people have had a chance to ask for any repeat questions that they want, we'll read out the answers, and we trust our friends in U3A, so you will mark your own. And then you will send your team's score to Linda using the private chat facility. Okay, not public chat, private chat facility to Linda with your scores. And she will put onto her spreadsheet the scores that you have achieved and keep us up to date with how the quiz is going. Does anyone have any questions before we start?
Can you ask them to let us in?
Hang on, can you let 2 people in, please? Chris Hawksley.
Looks as though Chris might want to speak.
Unless he's unmuted himself for a reason.
You're muted.
Now,
I'm
one thing
muted.
to remember, Ian, and Douglas will soon tell you this if you don't do it, give them a chance of silence so that they have a chance to discuss with each question.
I shall try to remember that.
Okay, 2 people.
Okay, I'll now mute everyone
No.
and then
Two
begin
people
screen
need to
sharing
mute,
with
yeah.
you.
Can you hear me, Ian?
Must be screen sharing.
Ian, can you hear me?
Send him a chat.
Bottom of the screen.
Send him a chat.
Yes, screen.
But it's not, it's just saying share, not share screen. Ah, there we are.
Oh,
Please
the
admit.
details again, anybody? Because I've got joined meeting. I haven't got the details.
Okay, I hope everyone can see the screen now. And I'll begin with round 1. And as usual, I've gone around these islands for round 1. And this time it's television round these islands. There's a random selection of questions from Scotland, England, Ireland, and Wales about TV-related items. So here we go. Question 1. In which English city is the series Peaky Blinders set? In which English city is the series Peaky Blinders set? Number 2.
Ian, there's 2 of my team can't get admitted. Can you admit them?
Originally starring Mark McManus, which police drama series set in Glasgow ran from 1985 until 2010?
Reba?
Oh, could be.
Originally starring Mark McManus,
Mark McManus.
which police drama series set in Glasgow ran from 1985 until 2010? Number 3. Which 2016 drama series set in 1943 deals with the impact of the arrival of the US 8th Air Force in a small community in Ireland? Which 2016 drama series, set in 1943, deals with the impact of the arrival of the US 8th Air Force in a small community in Ireland? Number 4. Owing to restrictions as a result of COVID-19, in 2020, which reality television show was recorded at, I hope this is the right pronunciation, Gurich Castle in North Wales, instead of being filmed abroad? Owing to restrictions as a result of COVID-19, in 2020, which reality TV show was recorded at Gurich Castle in North Wales, instead of being filmed abroad? Move on to number 5. Number 5, what was the name of the ageing rock group that was the focus of the 1987 BBC Scotland drama series Tutti Frutti? Which famous people, some making almost their first TV appearance, included Robbie Coltrane, Emma Thompson, Katie Murphy.
Richard Wilson.
What was the name of the ageing rock group that was the focus of the 1987 BBC Scotland drama series Tutti Frutti? Of course, Richard Wilson and Maurice Reeves were in that one as well. Number 6. Slade Prison in Porridge was located in which modern English county? What's the modern name of the county? Slade Prison in Porridge was located in which modern English county? Number 7. In which city was the Torchwood Institute based in a television series?
Sorry, Ian, you're going just a tiny
In which
little bit
city
fast.
was the Torchwood Institute based in a television series?
Sorry, I'll need to get some of them repeated because I've been missing.
I haven't. They're all muted, so. Number 8. Made by Yorkshire Television in 1982, the serial Harry's Game was set in Belfast. Which group took the theme song into the top 5 in both the British and the Irish charts? Made by Yorkshire Television in 1982, the serial Harry's Game was set in Belfast. Which group took the theme song into the top 5 in both the British and the Irish charts? Douglas's screen just shows a table, there's no Douglas. Number 9. Which Scottish comedian's career included an appearance in the spy film Gorky Park, as well as television performances in which he created characters such as the teddy boy Josie opposite Jack Milroy and Super Cop in the programme Scotch and Rye. Which Scottish comedian's career included an appearance in the spy film Gorky Park, as well as television performances in which he created characters such as the teddy boy Josie opposite Jack Milroy and Super Cop in the programme Scotch and Rye.
Could that be
Number 10, in the 1981 Thames television series, who provided the voice for the character of Danger Mouse, as well as for Count Duckula in a spin-off series? In the 1981 Thames television series, who provided the voice for the character of Danger Mouse, as well as for Count Duckula in a spin-off series? Now, if anyone would like a question repeated, unmute yourself and ask, please.
Check the speed as well.
Sorry.
Check the speed.
Is the pace roughly about right, by the way?
Bit better when you
Yes,
slowed down a bit.
Yeah, the pace is fine.
Unmuted herself and tried to speak, but didn't hear.
Can we have number 5, please, Ian?
Now John's doing the same thing, but a few seconds, just 1 or 2 seconds.
Is your sound on? Your computer?
That's a good question. Well, I couldn't not be if I'm being heard.
Because you sound out, not sound in.
No, it's not.
Ian, could we have number 5, please?
Sorry, that was my fault. I had, although I was unmuted, I had actually turned my computer sound off.
No.
So, questions, which questions do people want repeated?
Number 5, please, Ian.
What was the name of the ageing rock group that was the focus of the 1987 BBC Scotland drama series Interu3a?
Ask the question about pace again.
I'll now ask the question about pace again. Is the pace roughly about right?
You were going a wee bit too fast for the first half. I thought you'd heard me asking you to slow down because you did seem to slow down a bit.
Okay. I was
Right.
trying to give I was counting a gap between each question.
The problem is silence passes a lot slower
What is he?
than voices.
True.
I think the pace was all right for us.
Sharon.
Any other question anyone wants repeated?
Ian, if you can hear me,
Yes.
2 of my team aren't admitted yet. They keep trying.
Oh,
I can't do an awful lot about that because we haven't got any kind of waiting room or anything on it.
Oh, well, I've been in the waiting room for ages. Okay, I'll try again.
There
Just-
is no
just click the
waiting
link.
room. There is no waiting
I'll click the link, yeah.
There is no rating room on this one at all.
Okay, let's try again. I'll try a different way.
I got him by going direct
Yeah,
for
okay, I'm
codes.
doing that.
Could it be Osborne's? You know, the,
Oh, was he?
Sharon and,
Just follow the link that was in the email.
what's that?
Yeah.
What was his group? Was it Death? No, not Death Star.
If you're discussing questions, you want to mute yourselves.
Shush.
No, thingy, Sharon Osborne
Shush.
and
Josh, you need to. Remember-
Ian, could you do question 3, please?
I certainly could, Vinny. Question 3 is which 2016 drama series set in 1943 deals with the impact of the arrival of the US 8th Air Force in a small community in Ireland?
Thank you.
Oh, it's an Irish question, no less. Feeny.
Indeed it was.
I haven't a clue.
I remember seeing it.
Mute for a moment. Someone's got it.
With difficulty because I can't see anything except the
Just hover near the bottom.
all I can see it's my presentation.
Well, it's not on here. You're not sharing at the moment.
Oh,
So if you find the zooming thing at the bottom.
I went into speaker mode, so I've got a very large picture of Ian in front of me.
Ah, and why not, eh?
right. So what am I trying to do?
I was just asking you to mute for a second.
Ian, could you just quickly tell us 9 and 10 again? I think I've got them jumbled up. Yeah, thank you. Got that one. And 10. Ah.
You not. Eh?
And me,
All
yes.
right.
Right, you can go again.
Is there final members arrived now to the teams who are having problems?
Must have 45 in now. Did the team who was having 2 members finding difficulty in getting on, are they on now?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we're here. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, are we all ready for me to give the answers to round 1 then?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. I'll go back through. I'll start screen sharing again.
Ian, just before you proceed, there is an echo.
There won't be once I mute all.
Right, okay. I thought it's coming from you though.
Do you
It's Linda
remember that one you said, David Jason? Were you sure about?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting one to go for. Yeah. Okay, I'll now screen share again.
No, the echo is not ours because I've not got my sound on my computer at all.
I've now got that wrong. I know it is. I'm trying to get rid of it. Right, back to round 1 and question 1. Peaky Blinders is set in Birmingham. Number 2, the police drama set in Glasgow is Taggart. Number 3, the 2016 drama series set in a small village in Ireland is called My Mother and Other Strangers. Number 4, the TV show recorded in North Wales instead of abroad was I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Number 5, the name of the aging rock group that was the focus of BBC drama series Tutti Frutti was The Majestics. Number 6, Slade Prison in Porridge was located in Cumbria. Number 7, Torchwood Institute is based in Cardiff. Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who, and it's a spin-off of the Doctor Who series, which of course has been based in Cardiff for some time now. Number 8, Harry's Game theme was taken into the top 5 by Clannad. Number 9, the Scottish comedian was the great Ricky Fulton. And number 10 was, in fact, David Jason. So whoever was muttering about David Jason got that one right. Could you add up your scores, please, and send them by private chat to Linda? And even give the Reverend I.M. Jolly as one of the characters for Ricky Fulton. Probably his most iconic of all.
10 was Jason, David Jason.
I'll ask Linda to let me know when she's got answers from everybody. So you haven't sent Linda your score yet, please do so.
I think I've got most of them. I'm waiting for one or two.
Who are you waiting for?
Dunelm.
Danelle, could we have your score, please?
I think it might come in since I was at the top of the list.
Ah, okay.
Oh, Dunelm was here.
Danelle is here, good.
Right, my speakers are down to 0 now.
Okay. Not to us or not, we can hear you. So I think I'm waiting for Woollerton. Somebody's got the. Right. Sorry, that's not us. That's somebody else. I'm waiting, I think, for Woollerton Wizards. I'll double check again. And for Rhine Hill Wranglers. Results so far. Yeah. But you could go ahead, and once they've worked out what they're doing, they can let me know.
Okay. We'll move on then to round 2. And round 2 is all about taking root. So it's all the plant kingdom. And question 1, what is the modern name for the flower known to Shakespeare as the gillyflower? What is the modern name for the flower known to Shakespeare as the gillyflower? Number 2, the Latin names for which genus of trees all begin with the word acer? The Latin names for which genus of trees all begin with the word acer? Number 3, the dried stigmas of which type of flower produce the spice saffron? The dried stigmas of which type of flower produce the spice saffron? Number 4, the type of grass known as Kentucky bluegrass is actually green in colour. Why is it called bluegrass? The type of grass known as Kentucky bluegrass is actually green in colour. Why is it called bluegrass? Number 5, the heraldic symbol, the fleur-de-lis, is a stylized image of which flower? The heraldic symbol, the fleur-de-lis, is a stylized image of which flower? Number 6. What name is given to a plant stem which grows horizontally at or below ground level, with ginger being an example? What name is given to a plant stem which grows horizontally at or below ground level instead of vertically, with ginger being an example? Number 7. A xerophyte is a plant which is adapted to live in what kind of environment? A xerophyte is a plant which is adapted to live in which kind of environment? Number 8. A type of tree known in Britain and Ireland as a lime tree gives its name to a boulevard in central Berlin. What is the proper name for this tree? A type of tree known in Britain and Ireland as a lime tree gives its name to a boulevard in central Berlin. What is the proper name for this tree? Number 9. Which conifer, sometimes used as a Christmas tree, is named after its place of origin in the Pacific Ocean? It is believed that the first European to see a specimen was James Cook. Which conifer, sometimes used as a Christmas tree, is named after its place of origin in the Pacific Ocean? It is believed that the first European to see a specimen was James Cook. And finally, in this round, what is the European name for the vegetable known as a rutabaga in the United States? What is the European name for the vegetable known as a rutabaga in the United States? And once again, if anyone wants a question repeated, just unmute and ask, and I'll go back to it.
Number 5 again, please, Ian.
Coming up. The heraldic symbol, the fleur-de-lis, is a stylized image of which flower? Any others? Are we all ready for it?
And number 6, please.
Number 6, what name is given to a plant stem which grows horizontally at or below ground level, with ginger being an example?
Thank you.
So are we ready for the answers?
Can I just say that I still don't have Rhine Hill Wranglers score for the first round? Which is Mike Brereton and Chris Wright and others, I think.
Faces I can see on the screen right now. Okay, are we ready then? I'll give the answers now. I don't think anyone wants it anymore. The modern name for the flower known to Shakespeare as the gillyflower is the carnation. Number 2, the Latin names for the maple genus of trees begin with the word acer, so the answer I'm looking for is the maple. Number 3, the dried stigmas of a crocus produce the spice saffron. Kentucky bluegrass is actually green, but it produces blue flowers. And therefore it's known as bluegrass because when you look out over a field of it, when it's in flower, it looks blue. So it's blue flowers. Number 5, the fleur de lis is the stylized image of a lily. The plant stem growing horizontally at or below ground level, with ginger being an example, is called a rhizome, R-H-I-Z-O-M-E. A xerophyte is a plant adapted to live in a dry environment. It doesn't need much water. Number 8, the lime tree, as it's known in Britain and Ireland, is the linden tree, and the boulevard is, of course, Unter den Linden in central Berlin. Number 9, the conifer, named after its place of origin in the Pacific Ocean, is the Norfolk Island pine. And number 10, the rutabaga in the USA, we call it a swede. So again, if you could add up your scores and then send them by private chat to Linda.
Is that an English Swede or a Scottish Swede, considering that's a different thing? Well, remember, in England, the Swede is the big orange thing, but in Scotland, the big orange thing.
It's the big orange thing.
The big orange thing, right, that's fine. When I first came to Scotland, I got very
Tumshy.
confused by that. Very confused by that.
It's a tumshy in Scotland, Linda.
The turnip is.
Yeah.
But the
That's
swede
what we
is.
call a turnip. That's what I grew up calling a turnip.
If it's haggis, neeps and tatties, that's a turnip, is a neep, which is the orange thing, not the white thing. The little white
But nonetheless, the European name for the rutabaga is a swede, not a turnip.
Anyway, can you have a conversation with
It's Neeps.
with the Rhine Hill Wranglers, which is Chris Wright and Mike Brereton, because we still don't have any scores from them.
We got 7.
Oh, right, who spoke? Was that you? Was that the first round? Okay, you can tell. Don't mind you telling me by sound. It's just we tend to keep a bit of
tension in
it by asking you to direct message me in the chat.
Okay. When people are ready, and when Linda tells me she's got most of the round 2 scores, we'll move on to round 3.
I think one of the ones I was looking for, which was Woollerton, are not actually here. Is the reason for that. Yes, other than the Rhine Hill Wranglers, do you have your score for this round, Chris and Mike?
Hang on.
Only
I'm
you
off.
say 7.
Linda,
Yep.
we were 7.
For this round as well?
No, 4 for the first round, 7 for the second.
Okay, that's grand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are we winning?
Now we know. Now we know who's got the echo. Hey.
Got the echo.
We got the echo. Too many speakers.
Okay.
That's fine. No echo when you're muted.
I shall move on to round 3, which is called Which City? And in this round, I'm going to show you a photograph of a famous building or site from around the world. And in each case, all you have to do is to identify the city in which each is located. So, photograph number 1. In which city could you visit this building? All of these are pretty well known. Which city is this building? I'm not going to give you the names of any of them because that would give it away completely. Okay, number 2. Which city could you find that building? And that stretch of water? Well, the one clue I'll give you is that we've already had our round Britain round, or round Britain and Ireland round, so there are none from the British Isles. All of these are overseas cities or other locations. Number 3, which city is that one? Number 4, where's that? Only clue you get for that is it looks quite large. Number 5, which city? Number 6, which city here? And you can be quite sure I wouldn't just stick some little beach that nobody had ever heard of on the screen. Number 7. To her total astonishment, Linda got this right first time.
I never get anything right. But I did that one.
You did this one.
Did I guess?
Guessed and got it right. Which city is this one in? Number 8. And the only clue I'll give you for this one is that in this city, if the people say they're going to meet under the clocks, this is the venue that they're going to meet. One of the few places in this round that Linda and I have actually been.
Which only helps if you know where we've been.
This is true. But it's one of only 3 places in this round that we've been. So which city is that one? Number 9. Which city could you find this edifice? or remains of an edifice? And finally, another one we have visited. Which city is this? One of the most famous buildings in the city. When I visited that building, I queued for over an hour on that path to get a ticket. Okay, once again, if anyone would like to see any of the pictures again, unmute and ask, and I'll go back through them if you wish. In fact, what I might do is just go right back to the beginning and just flick through the whole lot of them again. There's number one.
Looks a bit like the gardens outside of Troon Library in the summer.
But that's not the right answer.
No.
Number two. Number three. Number four. Number five. Number six. Number seven.
Is that the one I guessed and got right? That's because I'd like to go there.
Number eight. Number nine. And number 10.
We can do the scores on the doors for the first two rounds if you want.
Let us do exactly that. I'll stop sharing for the moment, and Linda will share with you the latest scores.
Well, you see that?
Yep. Airheads, Wigan, West Lothian, Bingham, Dunelm, all very high up. In fact, lots of good scores. Everyone's got at least half marks, and that's good. Could you just check and make sure your scores have been recorded accurately?
Let me know if they haven't.
Correct.
Stop sharing.
Okay, and I shall restart sharing and go through the answers to this round. So this one is the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna. Number 2 is the Hagia Sophia or Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. Number 3 is Tiananmen Square, Beijing. The 4th one is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The 5th one is Times Square, New York. So New York will do, but that's actually Times Square. Number 6, that is the Ipanema Beach in Rio de Janeiro. If you've ever heard of the Girl from Ipanema or the Boy from Ipanema song, this is where it's based. Number 7 is the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg. Number 8 is the Flinders Street Railway Station, Melbourne. Number 9 is the Peace Park in Hiroshima, and that's the only building left standing in the area after the atomic bomb. And number 10 is the Museo del Prado in Madrid. So Michael looks very pleased with some of these answers. So if you could, again, add up your scores and send them by private chat to Linda. And in the meantime, I'll prepare you for round 4. Because in round 4, I'm going to give you the names of 3 characters from a novel. And you have to identify the title of the novel. Unfortunately for you, I've left out the most recognizable character from each one. So for example, if I had used, though I didn't, if I had used David Copperfield, he would be missing. And I'd have 3 other characters. So in this round, I'll give you 3 characters, each from the same novel. You have to identify the novel. If you're smart enough to know the author, fine, but it's actually just the title of the novel that I'm after. Question 1. Colonel Cathcart, Milo Minderbender, and Major, 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 Major. Colonel Cathcart, Milo Minderbender, and Major, 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 Major. Number 2, the Commander, Selina Joy, and Professor Piaciotto. The Commander, Selina Joy, and Professor Piaciotto. And the one clue I'll give you for that is that I think it was last year that a television series was made of it. Might be the year before.
Can you slow down a bit, please?
Certainly. Okay, number 3, Percy Alaline, Toby Esterhazy, and Peter Gwilym. Percy Alaline, Toby Esterhazy, and Peter Gwilym. Number 4, Daisy Buchanan, Myrtle Wilson, and Nick Carraway. Nick Carraway is actually the narrator of the story. So Daisy Buchanan, Myrtle Wilson, and Nick Carraway. Number 5, Princess Natalia Dragomirov, Colonel John Arbuthnot, and Countess Elena Andrenyi.
You've been practicing your pronunciations.
Oh, yes. Princess Natalia Dragomirov, Colonel John Arbuthnot, and Countess Elena Andrenyi. Should I give them a clue?
No, why would you give them a clue?
No.
Okay.
Oh, obviously someone knows.
Somebody knows that. Yes, Douglas. Number 6. Bertha Mason, Mr. Brocklehurst, and Edward Fairfax Rochester. Bertha Mason, Mr. Brocklehurst, and Edward Fairfax Rochester. Number 7. Miss Kenton, Lord Darlington, and Monsieur Dupont. Miss Kenton, Lord Darlington, and Monsieur Dupont. The Monsieur Dupont here is not the one in the song by Sandy Shaw. Number 8. Arthur Boo Radley, Miella Ewell, and Tom Robinson. Arthur Boo Radley, Miella Ewell, and Tom Robinson. On to number 9. Harriet Smith, Frank Churchill, Jane Fairfax. Harriet Smith, Frank Churchill, and Jane Fairfax. And finally, number 10, Jonathan Harker, Lucy Westenra, and Dr. John Seward. Jonathan Harker, Lucy Westenra, and Dr. John Seward. And once again, if anyone would like to have any question repeated, just let me know and we'll arrange that. Just unmute and say.
I was going to ask you to repeat 10, but it's gone now.
I'll put it back up again then. Jonathan Harker, Lucy Westenra, and Dr. John Seward.
Thank you.
I thought the first name might give it away a wee bit, however. Sorry, someone else?
Could I have 2 again, please?
Certainly. The Commander, Selina Joy, and Professor Piesciotto.
And 7.
And 7. Miss Kenton, Lord Darlington and Monsieur Dupont. By the way, not that it's particularly relevant, but 5 of the authors are male and 5 of the authors are female.
Nine.
Harriet Smith, Frank Churchill, and Jane Fairfax.
Remember, you're not muted, so don't discuss
There
things.
she is now. Okay, we're ready for the answers? They would need a little longer yet. You seeing anything, Linda?
Oh, only hear the
Ian,
sentence.
can you have a little bit longer, please?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you.
You see 7 again, please.
Certainly. Miss Enton, Lord Darlington, and Monsieur Dupont.
Thank you.
Okay, we're ready for the answers? Then here they come. Sorry? What did he say there?
Don't know. Was that you, Michael? What did you say?
I said as ready as we'll ever be.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I know the feeling. Not that I ever know the answers to anything, but
And they're all very famous, I promise you. Question 1, these 3 individuals are all part of Joseph Heller's Catch 22. And the character I didn't give you was Yossarian. Number 2, these are from Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale.
So you were right, John.
And I didn't give you Offred. Number 3, it's the Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy by John le Carré. And I didn't give you the Alec Guinness character Smiley. Number 4, it is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And of course, I didn't give you Jay Gatsby. Number 5, go on. Somebody tell me that one then.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Correct. And the one I didn't give you, of course, was Poirot. The clue I was thinking of giving you was you may have to exercise your little glasses.
That would have given the game away straight away.
Number 6, these 3 are from Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Number 7, these are from the Man Booker Prize winning book, The Remains of the Day by Ichio Ishiguro. Number 8 is from Killer Mockingbird, Harper Lee. Number 9 is Emma by Jane Austen. And number 10, they'll get you if you didn't, it's Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula. And obviously I wasn't giving you Dracula, but equally I wasn't giving you the main hunter for him either.
So what did you say the answer was to number 9?
Number 9, it's Emma by Jane Austen.
Yeah, we got that then.
Thank you.
Emma by Jane Austen.
What was the answer to number 2?
Let me get back to number 2. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. So The Handmaid's Tale it was. So we got 1, We only got one wrong then, didn't we?
Okay, you can all send quietly send your scores to
We only
Linda.
got
by
one
private
wrong,
chat.
didn't we? We only got the Murder on the Orient Express wrong.
You wish me to stop sharing
Yeah.
screen, Linda, while you show the previous round's
Yeah,
totals?
can do.
Okay, we'll now get the score for the first 3 rounds.
Where's Jackie gone? Why I don't like doing it on here. You've got to, you get everybody, it's easier to do it on the thing.
Joint leaders, West of Eden and Wigan, with 1 point behind them, the Airheads and Dunelm. 1 further point behind Bingham Double Trouble. Couple of points further back, Causeway. But again, all teams doing at least respectively well, and many doing very well. Quite impressed that we got 3 teams with 10 on the picture round. That's good. Okay, I'll mute everyone again, and we'll move on. If you could, if anyone hasn't sent them yet, send your scores to Linda. I shall mute all, and then I'll start sharing screen again, and we can look at round number 5. If the blighter will come up, there we are. Now, I've done one of my initial letter link rounds for you here. You have 9 questions for you. Answer each question, and then take the initial letter of each answer and make an anagram from these to find the name of a political figure. Okay, so each question is general knowledge question. Take the answer to each one and then the initial letter of each and make an anagram from them to find the name of a political figure. Question 1. At the Seoul Olympics in 1988, Linford Christie tested positive for a stimulant called pseudoephedrine. He was cleared of misconduct when it was shown that a similar result arose from drinking tea made from which substance? It was actually big news at the Seoul Olympics in 1988. It looked as though he might forfeit a medal for a time, but eventually it was ruled in his favour by a majority of 1 among the judges. At the Seoul Olympics in 1988, Linford Christie tested positive for a stimulant called pseudoephedrine. He was cleared of misconduct when it was shown that a similar result arose from drinking tea made from which natural substance? That's question 1. Question 2. What is the medical name for the disease that weakens bones, making them more brittle and likely to break? What is the medical name for the disease that weakens bones, making them more brittle and likely to break? Number 3, what method of brewing coffee involves forcing under pressure water just below boiling point through finely ground coffee beans? What method of brewing coffee involves forcing under pressure water just below boiling point through finely ground coffee beans? And the name of the method comes from a foreign language word for pressure. That's a wee clue. Number 4. Which country once a German colony, was renamed by a resolution of the United Nations in 1968, but did not become independent of South Africa until 1990? Which country, once a German colony, was renamed by a resolution of the United Nations in 1968, but did not become independent of South Africa until 1990? Number 5. Founded in 1905, which car manufacturer merged with Morris Cars to become the British Motor Corporation, or BMC, in 1952, though cars appeared with the original name until 1987? Founded in 1905, which car manufacturer merged with Morris Cars to become the British Motor Corporation, or BMC, in 1952, though cars appeared with the original name until 1987? Number 6. Which Renaissance Italian sculptor created 5 statues for the cathedral known as the Duomo in Florence, but whose most famous work is a bronze of the biblical King David, now in the Bargello Museum in Florence? His name was also used as one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which Renaissance Italian sculptor created 5 statues for the cathedral known as the Duomo in Florence, but whose most famous work is a bronze of the biblical King David, now in the Bargello Museum in Florence? His name was also used as one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I emphasize that this work is a bronze statue of David, not a stone statue of David. Number 7, what is the capital city of Belarus? What is the capital city of Belarus? Number 8. Giuseppe Verdi wrote 2 operas based on Shakespearean tragedies. One was Macbeth. What was the other? Giuseppe Verdi wrote 2 operas based on Shakespearean tragedies. One was Macbeth. What was the other? And number 9, what is the proper name for an ancient Mesopotamian towers built on square bases and rising in a series of steps? There is a theory that the one in Babylon was the basis for the biblical story of the Tower of Babel. What is the proper name for ancient Mesopotamian towers built on square bases and rising in a series of steps? There is a theory that the one in Babylon was the basis for the biblical story of the Tower of Babel. And I'll just move on to number 10 and say, now make an anagram from the initial letters of your answer to find the name of a political figure. We'll give you some time to think on that, but if you want to hear any of the other questions again, let me know and I'll go back to them.
Ian, can I ask, by political figure, do you mean a person or a position?
I mean an individual person. I mean a real person.
Okay,
I'm
thank
not
you.
saying from which country that person comes.
Sure, thank you.
Nor indeed the generation of the person concerned.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Can you please show us number 7 again?
Definitely. What is the capital city of Belarus? I have seen the individual that I'm looking for. I've seen his name written as one word and as 2 words. Any other questions that anyone wants to see? Of course, the good thing about this one is if you manage to solve the anagram, then it can give you a clue as to any answers that you didn't get before.
You see the anagram again, please?
You can see it there. You take the initial letter of each answer and make an anagram from these to find the name of a political figure.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the question. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're working the anagrams. I'll stop sharing and let Linda show you the scores on the doors after 4 rounds. My goodness. Triple joint leaders. Wow.
I do hope you got a
I have.
got a what's it breaker.
I have a tiebreaker if necessary, yes.
Once again, if there's any mistakes, just let me know.
Anyone ready for the answers yet? This might be a tester. Okay, one more minute and then we'll do the answers. Okay, as they say, ready or not, here I come. Screen share again. Okay, question 1, Linford Christie was drinking ginseng tea, and it produced a similar result to pseudoephedrine in the tests. Number 2, the disease that weakens bones is osteoporosis. Number 3, that method of brewing coffee is simply espresso. Number 4, the country that was once a German colony was Namibia. Number 5, the car company founded in 1905 that last appeared as the original name in 1987 is Austin. Number 6, the Renaissance Italian teenage mutant hero turtle or Ninja Turtle is Donatello. Number 7, Minsk is the capital city of Belarus. Macbeth was one of Verdi's 2 Shakespearean tragedies. The other was Othello. Number 9, the proper name for these is Ziggurat. And number 10, the political figure is Mao Zedong. So once again, if you could add up your scores and send them by chat to Linda. And then we'll move on to the final round, which as always is simply general knowledge. Quite a varied selection of stuff here, so let's see how it goes. Question number 1. Which educational computer game can be played in survival mode or in creative mode?
Sorry, Ian, you didn't give us time to send the results to Linda and...
I'll pause and you can do that and then I'll start again.
Thank you.
We're actually ahead of ourselves time-wise.
Are we?
It's only 8:20 and normally it takes until about 9. Obviously moving on.
Finish them back at 8:30 usually.
Do we?
Then we now move on and we start again with,
Oh, maybe not Bingham. Did Bingham put theirs through?
so which educational computer game can be played in survival mode or in creative mode? Number 2, of the 6 subspecies of tiger, which is named after an island? Of the 6 subspecies of tiger, which is named after an island? Number 3, which group, most successful in the mid-1980s, was named after characters in the Tintin books and television series? Which musical group, most successful in the mid-1980s, was named after characters in the Tintin books and television series? Number 4, what is the anatomical name of the collarbone? What is the anatomical name of the collarbone? Number 5. In 1946 and 1952, Trygve Lie was the first Secretary General of the United Nations. What nationality was he? Between 1946 and 1952, Trygve Lie was the first Secretary General of the United Nations. What nationality was he? Number 6. Which artistic movement was founded in Paris in the early 20th century by Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque? Which artistic movement was founded in Paris in the early 20th century by Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque? Number 7. British government legislation is published by HMS HMSO. What do these letters stand for? British government legislation is published by HMSO. What do these letters stand for? Number 8, what indoor game developed in India in the 1870s takes its name from army officer slang for a newly recruited cadet? What indoor game developed in India in the 1870s takes its name from army officer slang for a newly recruited cadet? Number 9, what is the name of the lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere? What is the name of the lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere? And number 10, what is the official language in Hungary? Its name being shared with the largest ethnic group in the country. What is the official language in Hungary? Its name being shared with the largest ethnic group in the country. While you're thinking, people can ask me to repeat questions in a moment. We'll get Linda to show you the scores after round 5. Whoa. Airheads now have a couple of point lead over West Lothian.
We did badly in that previous round.
Well, 7's not that bad.
Well,
just because somebody else got 9. A couple of other teams got 9. Causeway got 9 as well. That's good.
Any mistakes, just let me know as usual.
Yep.
Can I have the last question again, please?
Absolutely. What is the official language in Hungary? Its name being shared with the largest ethnic group in the country.
Thank you.
There it is on screen now. Anyone want any other questions repeated? Are we ready for the answers? Anyone want more time? Absence of a response to that suggests people are ready for the answers. So question 1, the educational computer game that can be played in survival mode or in creative mode is, of course, Minecraft.
Something I love to play with my grandchildren.
That's in as a token for Linda, that one is. Number 2, the tiger named after an island is the Sumatran tiger. Number 3, the musical group most successful in mid-1980s was named after the Thompson twins in Tintin books. Number 4, the collarbone is the clavicle. Number 5, Trygve Lie was Norwegian. Number 6, Picasso and Georges Braque founded the artistic movement known as Cubism. Number 7, HMSO is Her Majesty's Stationery Office. Number 8, the indoor game taking its name from Army officer slang for a newly recruited cadet is snooker. 9, the troposphere is the lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere. And number 10, the official language in Hungary is Magyar, or as I believe it should be pronounced in Hungarian, Magyar, but it's Magyar we often say over here.
What was the answer to number 9, Ian?
The troposphere.
Oh, troposphere. Troposphere.
Troposphere.
I mean, that's quick.
So once again, send your totals to Linda and we'll have the exciting news of who has won or not, as the case may be. Shall I have to use my tiebreaker? Anne is shaking her head, but that's not necessarily a negative sign.
Oh, was that the last round?
That was the last round, yes.
Right.
Always have 6 rounds.
That was the last round, Bob.
Yeah, he just seemed to go quick tonight.
I thought that as well.
Yeah, that's because Ian was racing with these questions.
I was doing the level, I was counting 20 in between them.
Yeah, but it's a silent 20.
A very slow silent 20 as well sometimes.
You just have to tell him to slow down.
Yeah.
Right. Hang on a sec.
I think we're about to find out the final scores.
Put them in first.
Oh, Linda has to, she's got them written down now, she has to type them in.
Won't take me 2 minutes. Won't even take me 10 minutes.
And whatever the outcome, I hope folk enjoyed the quiz, and especially our new competitors. I hope you enjoyed it, and we can see you back again next time.
Was this our number 10?
This is our 10th quiz, yes. Our 10th Interu3a quiz.
Yeah, but the new folk are professionals.
That's the important thing.
I don't think we beat the Poly Boys.
I don't think we have.
Well, we'll wait and see. I don't know the scores.
I don't think anybody liked your spelling of Mao Zedong, Ian.
I'm using the spelling that's universal nowadays.
Yeah. Really?
Instead of the old transliteration of Mao Zedong.
Yes.
Which
Not
would have been the
seen.
wrong number of letters anyway. That would have been 10 letters.
Exactly.
You look anywhere for Mao's name now, and it's Mao Zedong.
I know, so are we.
Stop telling us.
Anyway, after all the big results we keep getting with you lot, Ian does it nice and hard.
Actually, I think this probably was, for me, Annie, personally, this was one of the easiest ones.
Ah.
Okay.
So did you come top then?
Not top,
I
but
don't
certainly
think
higher
so.
up than we usually do.
Well, shall I say that, as I always say to folk when they're talking about difficulty of quizzes, when you're setting one, you never know how hard it is until you see the answers from the teams.
From other people, yeah.
Till you see how the teams cope with it.
I didn't do anything. That's them.
Whoa!
We've gone down to fifth. Fourth. Joint fourth.
So
joint four's not too bad.
I think fourth is a very creditable position to be in. And look at all these scores. I mean, Dunelm have got what, 20? Oh, I can't see that.
Oh, we're third. Joint third.
Joint third.
Joint
Yeah, joint
third.
third.
Yeah.
Are we-
51
Is it?
for the teams coming joint third.
I'm actually quite pleased with that.
49, 48, 43. Everybody's got over 50%. For the first time yet, congratulations to the Airheads who have actually managed to win. Well done.
Dagenham Daggers they've done all right.
Now we'll get a bit of peace from them.
55 out of 60. That's
55 out of 60, yeah.
55
It's a fix.
Even Wigan was doing
I don't
all
believe.
right.
I don't believe that.
Wigan 53. Some good scores there.
I'm quite a comprehensive sort of person, and I don't believe that score. 55 out of 60 on that quiz.
That's actually lower than
I mean, we missed a
previously.
few. I mean, I should
Can I tell you that two months ago the winners got 59 out of 60, and Anne will tell you that that was probably even more challenging than tonight's.
It was. I don't think we did terribly well. We were about sixth that time.
So 55 out of 60, it's a creditable score, but it has been beaten in previous ones. Obviously not with the same questions.
more than once, Ian, it's been beaten. Much more than once.
So there we are. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Ian.
Now, the next one,
Yeah. Cheers,
See you
Ian.
next
Thank
month.
you.
the 11th quiz will be on Wednesday, the 28th of April.
28.
Wednesday, the
Thank
28th of
you.
April for the next one. Watch out for Linda's messages.
See you
I've
then.
unmuted myself. So.
Bye.
Bye.
Right,
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Linda too.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
I'll leave now.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
No, I won't repeat that.
That was
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Fascinating to hear the comments. Not beaten there.
Well, I've got to say, Ian, under the circumstances, that was an excellent quiz.
What do you mean under circumstances?
Oh, we won.
Well done, I enjoyed that.
Trust you.
But I really struggled with the Tutti Frutti one.
Ah,
Tutti frutti.
yeah. The
The
name of this
Majestic.
band in the Majestics.
It was
Did you
repeated,
see?
not-
Did you see Tutti Frutti?
I saw it the first time round and it was repeated not that long ago.
Uh-huh.
It was
Robbie
superb.
Coltrane, Morris Reeves, Richard Wilson,
Ach, Miss
Emma Thompson.
Stoner.
Jake Darcy.
Sorry?
Jake Darcy, who died a year ago.
Okay.
He was the one with the daft one.
Right.
I think we're all a wee bit daft.
Oh, I think they were all very daft, but
Very good quiz. Thank you very much, Ian. I enjoyed
thank you,
that.
Stuart. Glad you enjoyed it.
And
It's
for
the purpose
Linda's,
after all.
He was
for Linda's benefit, it was a gorse fire last night when distracting me from backgammon.
Well, yeah, are you using that as an excuse as to why you didn't get good scores in
And the backgammon.
Well, I won 2 out of 3 matches.
Well, there you go. I thought you did. I thought you were being excuses there.
Right. All the best. Bye.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Stuart. Thank you. Douglas, why are we looking at a table with nobody on it? Is he even there?
So, I don't know what you mean.
Well, all I can see is a table or something.
I can see a table with a book lying on it. Now I'm beginning to see something passing in front of it.
The camera's the wrong way around. I don't understand why.
You never notice the whole time.
Oh, sorry, have I been muted? Right, okay.
You have been. But that's what we've seen the whole quiz, Douglas. We haven't seen your fine face at all.
It was.
It's never done that before. I don't know what to do.
There must be a button to change between front. If you get 2 cameras, one at the front, one at the back.
I've never used the one in the back, and it seems to be on just
Well,
now.
if you click at the arrow next to stop video, you may find you've got a choice of camera.
Oh, it's gone.
You've now hit the stop video, not the arrow beside it. The arrow beside the stop video.
It's not the same.
It surely would be on the. Are you on a laptop or an iPad, Douglas?
Neither. Tablet.
Tablet. Well, on the tablet, where it's got at the bottom of the screen, where you're on the video, there should be a little camera with a little circular arrow in it. And if
An
you click
arrow.
on
Yeah, that would represent the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
what
just
I
on the
said.
wrong camera. It's nothing serious, I suspect.
No, I think that's all it is. Have you seen it yet?
I know.
Oh, yeah, we did. No,
No, he's gone again.
No,
Ah, there he is.
No, put it back. No, we were better off before. Put it back.
You changed your mind.
No, that's fine. That's it. No, thanks for that.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. We don't mind. Just
It,
Didn't even know I could do that.
about it, really.
one of the saving graces of the quiz is the fact you've got the questions on in print on paper in front of us.
Well, it helps.
Sometimes the sounds it's a bit difficult, shall we say, because we're also on phones and
yes, I know.
And then we hear you via Douglas's loudspeaker back through the phone to me. So what I do is I switch the sound off so I don't hear you from here. Otherwise, I'm hearing everything twice with a slight delay.
Yeah.
But having the thing on screen is very, very useful.
Having said that, I think Ian got it right tonight after Douglas's comments last time about giving some peace and quiet for discussion time. So I think
But the problem is we try and discuss between them, asking the questions twice, and that gap's quite short. We should really wait. We should really sort of twiddle our thumbs and wait until he's read the question twice and then discuss it.
Well, then I give you quite a long
That
gap.
was a few.
that was in.
That was a few quizzes ago, Lynn.
What?
That was a few quizzes ago that I made that comment.
Yeah.
Well, I think he got it right better this time.
But it's,
and obviously you lot got it right as
better.
well, because that was a great performance to win.
Basically, I think it's the same score we scored last month when we were third.
Yeah, but you beat Wigan this time. You beat Wigan, you beat Causeway.
Yep.
Though admittedly it was Causeway with at least one sub in.
Aye, it was one of these. We possibly could have got two more. We did mix up a couple in your picture round.
Pictures, we had a Madrid and we had a Budapest, but we put them in the wrong place.
Well, there was no Budapest.
Sorry.
Not Budapest.
Sorry, what I meant was we had St. Petersburg at one stage and put it in the wrong and put Madrid.
Aye, well, there was a few. There was three that kind of looked the same, but Douglas spotted one because he'd been there and it was on the river, so you could see the river. So we got that one. It was the other two we then mixed up.
I've been to both of them, Budapest and St. Petersburg, and I put we put Budapest instead of St. Petersburg, which was daft.
Right.
No, these things
we haven't been to either of them, but Linda took one look at that photograph and said, I want to go there.
In the Star Flyers.
They're both in the river, you see. That's the confusing thing. They're both in the river.
Oh,
yes.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, but I've seen that one as somewhere I want to go to. My mum went there on our sailing ship, so I've seen it in the brochures. I think it's mine.
And the three places we've been to that are there were the Schönbrunn, the Prado, and Melbourne. Our hotel in Melbourne was just across the road from Flinders Street Station.
So it was.
Near that. Linda, there's some really good cruises to St. Petersburg. They stay overnight and give you the chance to go to the Hermitage. We've been twice.
Right.
And it's just fantastic. It's wonderful.
Right.
I'll show you a picture I got there.
But yeah, I'm afraid
my tie-break question that's been with me for months and months now is still there.
I'll just check it's still right. It probably will be, but you never know.
It will be still correct because it's.
You do have to watch some questions suddenly become wrong.
This one won't become wrong because it's
no.
It's a constant.
Aye. Avogadros? Oh.
Very good.
Or Planck, 6.36 times 10 to the 38, something like that.
I don't know.
It's a long time. I've never